Jalen Moore. Jalen top of the key doubled, comes to the left to Dargington. Another three look by Merrill, but he penetrates, and then a runner from 5 off the glass, no good. Finally, the rebound underneath. Dargington score and a foul. The Aggies get 3 offensive rebounds to start the game.
Very, very aggressive on the boards. I like it. We talked about it pregame. Number 2 key.
So Naughton gets the foul. And so the Aggies, Merrill misses a 3. They get the rebound with Janicek, and he puts up a wild hook shot that didn't even have a chance. Got volleyballed out front. Merrill missed, and then finally Dargington hit his free throw for the three-point play.
Oh, there we go.
As it hit every part of the rim before it finally went in. 3-0 Utah State on a three-point play the old way. Starting the backcourt with the pressure on Herndon. Herndon goes underneath with a pass to Lieberman. Lieberman across the timeline. Lieberman will run the point to start the game. Did not play in the game at Laramie that night. McManaman inside to Naughton. Naughton clears the space and hooks it in on Norby for the basket. 3-2.
Norby's got to stay tougher than that. I mean, you can hold your ground there
very easily.
Yeah, he just backed off too soft.
Minute into the game, and McEwen top of the key to Dargington. Alex played at Laramie County Community College before he came to Utah State. Sat out last year as a redshirt. Get the ball to McEwen out front. Shot clock at 11. Kobe comes back to the right on Naughton, goes down, Lieberman down the middle, throws it off in the corner. Jalen Moore's 3 is good. Jalen Moore struggled 5 for 25 coming into the ball game. He hits his first shot tonight, 6-2. On the road trip, he was 5 for 25. Lieberman gives it off on the baseline. Herndon's open from 10 feet on the right. It's good. He's a good shooter from everywhere. Really developed.
He's a good player. He's improved a great deal.
3 points as a freshman, 7.8 as a sophomore, and now 10, almost 11.
It's good progress, isn't it?
6-4. Utah State by 2. Inside quickly to Moore against Lewis Adams, and then the tap in is by Dargington over the top.
There you go. 3 Aggies down inside.
And Alex, my pregame guest, has got 5 early points.
Yeah, great job.
7-4 Utah State. Actually, that's the wrong score. It's 8-4. Dribble drive, free throw line by McManaman. Step back, go back to Lieberman on the left-hand wing. Lieberman drives the baseline underneath on McEwen, throws it down on the baseline, and Adams shoots out of the corner and drills it. Adams not normally a three-point shooter. That's only his 10th of the year. Makes it an 8-7 ball game. Utah State leads by 1 with 17:40 to play. Jalen in the front court. Sam Merrill top of the key. Free throw line area over the right-hand side to Kobe McEwen. Goes back underneath for Norby Janicek, but threw the ball away. So the scoreboard still says 7-7, but it's 8-7.
They're aware of it down there.
They just can't make the scoreboard move for some reason. So we're 2.5 minutes into the ball game. Wyoming brings it down with their chance to get their first lead of the game. McManaman in the left corner. Ball knocked away by Merrill. It's loose on the floor. Picked up Dargington. Give it back Norby. Norby dribbles it down. Norby has it taken away, though, by Adams as he dribbled it. He shouldn't have. Now Adams drives down, spins by Merrill, block shot by McEwen, and a foul on Sam Merrill from behind him. Sure, block shot by Dargington, and the foul was called on Sam Merrill. So Sam with the foul. Aggies have turned it over a couple times already now in the ball game. And it'll be free throws for Naughton, who is picking up the rebound of the missed shot on the block of Adams' spinning shot to the basket. Jordan Naughton is a 54.5% free throw shooter. Pushes it away and rattles it around, and it came out. He had 7 with 4 rebounds in the game against the Aggies in Laramie. So still 8-7 Utah State with the score, even though everybody in the spectrum thinks the game's tied because the scoreboard says 7-7.
Yeah, they're locked. It's a mechanical problem they're working on right now.
And now Naughton ties the ball game at 8 with the second free throw. So we have our first tie of the game at 8-8 at 17:07 to play. Jalen Moore front court, top of the key to Sam Merrill. Sam covered by McManaman. Goes down the left as Quinn Taylor's checked in for Norby Janicek quickly. Jalen looked at the 3 to double him. Now he throws it back over here. Jumping catch by McEwen in front of their bench. 13 to shoot. Kobe on the left-hand side. Now he goes cross court, picked off. You can see it. Adams gets it. Adams goes down against Sam Merrill, lays it up and in. And Wyoming, with Adams scoring 5. He only played 7 minutes the other night in the double overtime game.
Right now he's an outstanding athlete on the court. Started off with the wrist hurt. Then he got drilled on a charge and woke him up.
10-7. Slip off the pass, go to Dargington. Good play by Naughton, but Dargington put it in. Alex already was 7. And the tie ball game at 10.
There's some great offense right there.
10-10 the score. Still the scoreboard says it's Wyoming by 1. Now Lieberman off on the right-hand side. It's Herndon at the free throw line. Comes back to Lieberman on the right-hand wing. Shot clock is at 16. Fakes on McEwen. Now goes free throw line. Now Lieberman off on the wing. McManaman driving on Merrill under the basket. Slips the pass off underneath, and it's a basket and a foul. They get it to Herndon. I think it might be Jalen Moore that fouled.
Yeah, boy, he had good position in there, didn't he?
He
on
did.
That drive. I couldn't believe that.
Nice pass by McManaman and get it under the basket to Herndon. So Wyoming 12-10, and they get a chance to make free throws to go up with their biggest lead of the night, 3. So it'll be one free throw for Herndon. And the foul shot is good, a 3-point play. So he's had 12, 16, and 15 in his last 3 against the Aggies. He's off to a good start tonight with 5. Cowboys by 3 at the 16-minute mark, and a foul on Lieberman trying to steal the ball out at the timeline. So we'll get a media timeout. Maybe they can fix the scoreboard. 13-10. Utah State trails Wyoming by 3 at 15:57 to play. Timeout, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network. Cafe will be there Monday night for the coaches show. Now Tim Duryea will be in Salt Lake City at noon at the Zions Bank building, and then after that at noon he'll be at Pizza Pie Cafe Monday night. So come in and mention you're there for the coaches show, and you'll get the special price, and then you'll also end up with you just pay for the drink and you'll get that special price. So it's Pizza Pie Cafe Monday night for our coaches show. Again, gourmet pizza from a buffet, you get it at Pizza Pie Cafe, and so much more too. There's salads and their pastas all available as well. Gonzaga leads St. Mary's 40-31 at the end of the first half of that big college game tonight in the West Coast Conference. You saw today the committee said that the top 4 seeds are Villanova, Kansas, Baylor, and Gonzaga in that order right now.
In that order, I think that's interesting. I think I don't know why they're doing that. I guess they're trying to scoop all the pundits that second guess them early. So the committee actually put out a preliminary, and they're going to do it from now until the final day each week.
Are they going to do it? I thought they were just going to do it one time and then just do it the final one. I didn't know they were going to do it every week. Are they going to update it every week?
They were talking on one of the TV. They're going to update it weekly, maybe. So
number 2s are North Carolina, Florida State, Louisville, and Oregon right now.
They'll have to, because that's going to change a lot, and they'd look bad letting it sit there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just thought they'd just throw it out there and let us all worry about it from there on in the rest of the way. All right, McEwen out front on the defense, and now into the game. The guy who played very well against the Aggies, Cody Kelly, over at Laramie. Dribble drive by McEwen. Throw it off to Merrill for a 3 on the right side. It's good by Sam Merrill. He's been the best 3-point shooter the Aggies have at home. He's hit 53% at home. Quickly down. Layup by Adams is short at the other end for Wyoming. Tied at 13. Here comes the ball to the front court with Merrill. Wyoming does attack quickly, and Adams got in there and couldn't make the layup. On the right-hand side, McEwen with the ball. Screen from Quinn Taylor. They double him. They go back to Quinn. Quinn out front to Merrill. Left-hand side to Jalen. 3-pointer in front of the Wyoming bench. Good by Merrill. Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore has 6.
We're returning the favor on a 3-point barrage right now. We're shooting it very well.
Aggies have now made 3 threes in the game. Wyoming's made 1. 16-13. McManaman and Dalton is in the game. Dribble drive down underneath. There's a shot rejected by Dargenton as Adams tried to put it up. It's picked up by Merrill in the corner. Alex, the leading shot blocker for the Aggies. Cross-court pass in the corner. 3-pointer McEwen way off the mark. Rebound Quinn Taylor. Shovel it back to Kobe, who gets hammered underneath by Herndon. Didn't make the basket. Herndon fouled him and left to earn it at the foul line. Now we're, for Wyoming, going to see Morris Marshall check into the game here in a moment.
I'll tell you, Darlington is really playing. I don't know what you talked to him about before the interview, but he's playing. He's got a career going right now.
7-3 already.
And a nice block.
Yep. And again, he's
off the top.
That block for him was his rejection of the season, number 27. Kobe McEwen. A lot of free throws, and then all of a sudden, these last 2 games, no free throw attempts. Now that changes
that's scary.
The offense too.
And well, he sat a lot. He got in foul trouble, and he, just didn't have a great game or two for a while.
I mean, that's just amazing to think that he has not had free throw attempts after he was getting about almost 8-9 a game there for a run. He makes the first, gives the Aggies a 4-point lead, and he makes the second. He's made his last 9 free throw attempts now. Utah State by 5, their biggest lead of the night on this run now, which is 8-0. Here comes Dalton, who can drive the ball. He can shoot it. Get the ball back out front to Kelly. Kelly off the screen. Kelly goes back to Dalton down the middle. Dalton wants to shovel off the ball to Marshall. He does. Marshall gets picked up by McEwen, puts it up too hard off the glass. Quinn Taylor rebounds. Kobe's got the ball for the Aggies. McEwen out of the back court. Aggies on a run here of 8-0. They don't get many of those, remember, this year. That's nice. Now it's Dargenton out front. Alex comes cross court to Jalen. J-Mo on the wing, splits between two, down the middle and tried to dunk it. He lost control. He made the basket. The guy underneath the basket is in the arc, so the basket counts.
Way deep. He was so far deep.
So Marshall will get the foul, and Jalen gets the basket. He wanted to dunk it, didn't dunk it, but it still went in.
Well, I think he kind of took the eye off because that guy was standing really deep under the bucket.
Julian Perry checks into the game, the junior who's played very well the last 2 games for the Aggies off the bench.
It's nice to see his strength coming to the fore a little bit. That can help.
10.5 average the last 2 for Julian Perry, and double figures both against Boise and Colorado State. Jalen's free throw good. Moore leads the conference in free throw shooting in conference games. He's got 9 now, and the Aggies have gone on an 11-0 run to lead at 21-13. Marshall out front for Wyoming. McManaman on the right-hand wing. Wyoming's played twice here in Logan in their years in the Mountain West and have played miserably, the 2 games they played here.
Well.
McManaman drives underneath. They slipped the ball away, and did it go off him? No, it did not. McEwen knocked it, and he thought maybe he might have knocked it off McManaman to kick, but McManaman didn't touch it, according to Jimmy Cassis, so they get back the ball to the Cowboys with 10 to shoot. McManaman lobs the ball to the corner, and a holding foul on Kobe McEwen will be the call as he held up Marshall for making the catch. So Kobe's first, 3rd team foul on the Aggies. Basketball also brought to you tonight by America First Credit Union. That, again, unlimited cashback Visa. No limit to how much you can earn. Tons of amazing features. Apply at America First Credit Union.com, AmericaFirst.com. All right, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Inbound the ball to Marshall, corner. Shovel it back to Herndon. Top of the key, McManaman. Aggies in man-to-man. Usually on inbounds plays, the Aggies go zone.
Yeah, I like man-to-man.
Dalton working on Perry. Throws it right back on the wing to Marshall. Now back up front. Now the Aggies are in zone. Now it's McManaman. They switched it around. Kelly in corner. 3 by Dalton. This guy can shoot the 3, and he makes it. He is one of the best unheralded players in this conference that everybody, I think, knows about now. Coming into this year, nobody's expected this much out of this lanky guy out of Parker, Colorado. He's something. 21-16. Stop the Aggies run there at 11 straight. One of the longer runs of the year. Sam Merrill, high catch in the corner by Perry. Into the short corner, Quinn Taylor. Down the middle, Dargington. Swing in, one-hander, no good, but Quinn Taylor followed in the air ball with a basket.
That was a pass. Come on, Al.
23-16. Looked like it.
Yeah, it was an air ball.
I'd love to give Alex the way he's going.
Let's give him an assist, yeah.
All right, Dalton goes cross-court to Kelly on the free throw line, but McManaman had it for a moment. 19 to shoot. Kelly fakes the shot. There's Dalton again in the corner, covered by Quinn Taylor. Wants to go to a posted Marshall. Cannot now with 11. They take it back out front to Kelly. Kelly comes off the screen from Herndon. Around it to the right. Now he lost control of the ball. It's sitting out there. It's picked up by Kelly. He slides, throws the ball away, and then at the end of the shot clock, they get a shot clock violation.
Wow, what a circus that was.
I don't know how they didn't call the traveling call on Kelly because he slid as he picked up the ball. But he didn't move it with the legs. It was his rear end
whole body that was sliding. So
now Kobe McEwen's going to check in for Jalen Moore. The Aggies go a little smaller. 12:35 in the first half, leading by 7. 23-16 the score. Dalton's 3 after the Aggies had scored 13 unanswered points. It was 11 unanswered points. Made it 21-16. Then the Aggies scored again. All right, it is McEwen out here on the left, driving on his man, pulls up and goes cross-court to Julian. Perry goes low to Quinn Taylor. Quinn doubled, under the basket, Dargington, tough catch in traffic. Back out to McEwen, now a 3 by Julian Perry. Rattles, won't stay. Dargington had the rebound, lost it. Quinn Taylor gets it and gets fouled by McManaman.
Once again, Al, we solved our problem on the inside. There's just bodies there. It's nice to have bodies. Dargington and Taylor both standing in there where they belong.
Lots of offensive boards right now for the Aggies when they miss shots.
We're up to about 10-1 on rebounding again.
Utah State still leading and gets the ball back. Now it's McEwen to inbound the ball, and 5 seconds.
Wowie.
5-second violation, not getting the ball inbounds because somebody didn't run the right way on the inbounds play.
He was open in the corner. He just looked it off.
23-16. Cowboys. Cody Kelly out of Gillette, Wyoming brings it up. And again, he had almost his career game against the Aggies over in Laramie when we played there, and he played for Lieberman, who didn't play that night. All right, cross-court pass. Kelly fakes the shot, penetrates into the key, gets it back on the wing. Dalton shoots the three-pointer and airballed it, but it's rebounded under the basket by Marshall. Gets it back down the middle to Kelly. Kelly fakes, shoots the 3 out front, and he makes it. So Cody Kelly's 14th of the year, cuts the lead to 4, 23-19. He's a hard-nosed redshirt freshman.
Yeah. out of Wyoming.
Yep, hand off the ball to Sam Merrill in the front court. Perry gets it back on the wing to McEwen. Now doubled, McCody is. Kobe goes down in the corner. Now finds Quinn Taylor cutting to the basket. He spins around and hooks it in! Quinn Taylor! Good spin move, back left, back to the right.
Good crisp ball movement right there, Al.
25-19. Out on the wing, Kelly goes to McManaman, top of the key. Dalton again on the left, another three on the left side by Dalton. Good. Got to be right with him. When he catches it, he's going to score it from there. He's now made 33s on the year. 25-22 Ags. 11-minute mark first half. Dargington between the circles, waiting to throw the ball to somebody. Kobe McEwen for three, right wing, air ball, banker, picked up by Quinn Taylor, left-hand layup, good. This is a different guy lately, Quinn Taylor.
Another rebound, another beat, body in there, I'll take it.
27-22. Taylor already was 6 off the bench. Now Herndon gives it on the wing to Dalton. Dalton comes back cross court, and Kelly launches another long three and gets another one. Now here comes the barrage.
It's a shooting contest right now, Al. I'll tell you.
Wyoming has made 5 of 6 threes to only be down by 2.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
27-25. Dargington top of the key. We're at the 10:18 mark. They double Kobe, slips it off to Alex. He tried to go low. The ball got poked away. Picked up by Dargington though in the hustle. Gets it back now to Merrill. Sam out front. Shot clock at 10. Hand it back to Sam. He hesitates. He goes around his man and a 10-foot banker. Good by Sam Merrill.
They got that shot down. That's old school. I love that bank shot.
We go to the 10-minute mark, and that's a mid-range jumper. You don't see many of those anymore.
No, that's old school all the way.
Marshall up front. McManaman beats Merrill, drives down, puts it up off the glass, and good. There's a nice driving move. His first basket of the game for the 30-point scorer last time out.
We finally run them off the three-point line, and they did do what they had to do.
29-27. Utah State by 2. Up in the front court, Julian Perry to Sam Merrill. Screen Quinn Taylor. They double Sam. It comes back to the left, and the ball's deflected and finally picked up by Wyoming. Another Aggie turnover. It's 4 I've got counted. Herndon front court to Dalton. Dalton didn't shoot it. Herndon, he can shoot threes as well. Comes cross court to Kelly, who's been shooting threes. He's made the last 2 he's taken. There's Dalton over on the left side. This time he goes on Quinn Taylor. In deep, cut off, falling down. Throws it back to Marshall on the wing. Posted up Herndon inside. They go over to Kelly now. Shot clock at 10. Screen from Dalton. Comes back to Dalton. Dalton's got the open shot out front. He missed it. The rebound is Dargington. So there's only the second missed 3 of the night for Wyoming. Front court pass with the Aggies leading by 2 to Perry in the front court. We go into 9 minutes. Now Quinn Taylor back to Julian. Free throw line extended on the right. Now here comes McEwen coming out front to set it up.
Nice fast-paced game. Do you think the elevation is going to affect Wyoming?
No. All right, free throw line extended on the right side. Sam Merrill. A slip-off goes to Taylor. Finds the man Copen in the corner. 3 is good by Julian Perry.
That ball is moving very well, Al. It's not sticking anywhere.
And, you know, Wyoming's doing a good job of that, too.
Oh, I know it. It's a
timeout for the Cowboys. A coach's timeout. And it will be just, I believe it, will this be the full timeout, Doran? Will this be the full timeout or just the 30-second timeout? 8 minutes and 31 seconds to play. It's 32-27. We're back. Is it 30-second timeout or full? It'll be the full. It'll be the full media timeout. This is the Utah State Aggie Network. 73-57. And also we found out the Aggies today swept Marquette and Grand Canyon in tennis. James Wilson's team now, I believe 6-3 on the year. The scoreboard brought to you by Sterling Urgent Care. They provide x-rays, physicals, on-site lab available. They do more than just the urgent care, but they can be the urgent care spot for you as well. You can always check in online, Sterling Urgent Care. And for the first time in the game, going to see Justin James in, who's their leading scorer. He usually comes in much earlier than this.
Interesting, both teams are playing a lot of bench. I think the pace of the game is pretty exhausting.
Gore Barnaba was going to check in. Yes, he has, and so is Norby Janisic for the Aggies. Top of the key, McManaman. Flare pass on the wing to Dalton, covered by Gore. Over on the left it goes McManaman. Now down to the left corner. Comes back to Dalton on the wing left. Shot clock at 11. Now against the zone, they go low to Naughton. Naughton goes up against Janisic. Missed the shot, and Gore Barnaba gets in and gets the rebound. And into the ball game is McEwen who gets the handoff. Gets it back now to Merrill. Merrill penetrates into the key. They knock it away, but Gore goes to pick it up and does. Near the sideline, gets it back to Jalen Moore as we go under 8 minutes, first half. Jalen Moore shovel off the ball down to Merrill. Utah State lead 5. Now Merrill cuts between 2. Goes back to the corner for Jalen Moore's 3. No good. Rebound McManaman. Aggies now 4 of 9 shooting threes. Wyoming is 5 of 7 shooting threes. McManaman almost carried the ball as he goes cross court with a pass in the corner to Kelly. Stats brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. a tradition of helping financially. And there's a drive for a dunk by Adams. He missed it, but it's picked up McManaman, who fires in a 3 off the missed dunk.
That's why they had to get it out to the 3. They can't score on the inside.
So the dunk
Incredible.
missed. McManaman now with 5, his first 3 of this night. He's under 30% in conference games this year shooting 3 after being over 40 last year. Cross-court pass to Barnum. It's 32-30, 2-point game. Now Jalen Moore double team. Comes cross-court to McCune with 12 to shoot. Barnum is open on the baseline. Fake the shot, doesn't take it. Now a 15-foot fall away. Hit the rim, didn't go. Janasek fights, gets the rebound, and gets fouled by Naughton. Naughton will get his second foul.
Good hustle. That's as physical a play as I've seen him do in a while.
Yep, Norby, that's the 6th team foul. So now we're going to take a full timeout. At 7 minutes, we've already had the media timeout. Okay, 7 minutes to play. 32-30, Utah State over Wyoming. This is the Utah State Aggie Network. And have 8 of the offensive rebounds, but the second chance points are only 9-7 for Utah State over Wyoming, even though Wyoming only has 3 offensive rebounds in the game.
The other thing that helps that is in the paint. We're up on in the paint 14-8 too. So you put in the paint and second chance points. Statisticians moving so fast they might not have it accurate.
Cowboys are 6 out of 8 from 3 and 11 for 19 overall, 58%. And the Aggies 4 out of 9 from 3, but 12 of 21 overall, 57% to 58%. So both teams shooting it very well. The defense not really there much in this game so far. Just a reminder, gyms can be disgusting, not at Cubex. They're committed to keeping your workout experience clean and healthy. Search CubexFitness.com for their revolutionary workouts. 30 minutes or less is all that you need. Norby Janasek at the free throw line. He has not scored a point the last 2 ball games for the Aggies.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Free throw by Norby, good. So that's good to get him in the scorebook. He'd only taken 4 shots on the road trip.
Well, he didn't play a lot. His minutes were down, too.
Yeah, they were, too. And again, they're kind of games that were... and this is the kind of game when, again, Naughton is in, he can play. If Naughton's not in, he might have a tougher time. He misses the second one. And Naughton is out of the game, incidentally, right now. 33-30. Here comes a dribble drive by Justin James, down in deep. Gets it back on the wing to Herndon. Out front now, Lieberman back in. Now it's a dribble drive by Adams, who spins on Jalen, goes down underneath, and his power move to the basket is good. Then he turns around and taunts Jalen Moore after the basket.
Athletic.
That was very athletic. 7 for Lewis Adams. He's just squawking at Jalen. Hand off the ball in the front court. Barnaba gets it off on the wing to Merrill. 33-32. 1-point game. Now Jalen drives by him. 15-footer on the left. He doesn't get it. And the rebound comes off the hand of Herndon. Picked up by James. James to the front court. James between the circles. Sets up against the Aggies man-to-man. High post pass to Herndon. Right-hand side to Adams. Comes back now to Herndon with 18 to shoot. Now Herndon out on the right-hand side. Back out front. Lewis Adams has it. Goes over to James. 3-pointer by James on the left wing. Good! He's not, again, a great 3-point man, but he's got 29 on the year. And Wyoming leads at 35-33, and the Cowboys can't miss from 3 again against the Aggies.
Again.
Like Tim Duryea says, every time we play them, they can't miss 3s.
We've got to run at them harder. We're still too soft.
Sam Merrill with the ball on the right side, lob over the top to Jalen, who gets it in traffic and gets fouled from behind by Barnes, who has checked into the game. Jonathan Barnes. So Jalen will be at the foul line to shoot 2. Jalen Moore, again, the #1 free throw shooter in conference games. Needed 50 points tonight to become the number 11 all-time leading Aggie. He scored a catch Reed Newey, who's next on the list. Free throw by J-Mo, good. So already Jalen has double figures for the 23rd out of 24 games.
Yeah.
Of course, the one against Boise was the one that
Boise was a
stopped
bad one, yeah. That was a bad one.
1 for 10 and only 4 points in that ball game. Jalen for 1 more, makes it a 1-point ball game for the Cowboys. And now he ties it. So it's tied at 35 all. That's our 5th tie of the game. So Barnaba goes out, Janasek goes out, Dargenton and Taylor back in for Coach Duryea. Coach Edwards keeps shuffling his guys in and out as well. 5:45 to play.
Of players.
Aggies in man-to-man. Wyoming exchanges. Adams, they come around the screen with both of them. James and Adams left side. They come right side to Herndon by himself. 19 to shoot. Back to Lieberman now on the right-hand side. He'll go back to Herndon. Baseline open. Shoots the fall away. Rattles. Doesn't go. Quinn Taylor gets it off to McEwen. McEwen comes down the floor. Goes against James. Goes in. Hangs, puts it up short. Got off balance. Got up in the air. Hung up.
Well,
and then they backed off the defense.
Decision.
Yep.
Bad decision.
Herndon front court. Finds Lieberman. Had Barnes out front. Now he goes to James. 16-footer down the middle by James, off the rim, no good. Long rebound to Quinn Taylor. Still tied at 35. 5:06 to play first half. Merrill goes to McEwen, and the Aggies start the offense in the front court. Basket at the east here in the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. Jalen Moore out on the left-hand wing. Comes back to McEwen. Looked at the three, didn't take it. Steps inside the line, goes back to Moore. Jalen now drives on Adams and then goes to shoot the shot and gets dug as he goes up by, I think it was James on the side who will get
James
the foul.
got him.
So Justin James with his first. Jalen Moore will be back at the foul line, and Julian Perry will check into the game and give Kobe McEwen a break. Again, still no Shane Rector, so it looks like he's not going to go. He warmed up before the game and was out there trying.
I watched him shoot. He's very tender. Under the intensity of the game, I'd give him some time.
All right, Jalen Moore at the foul line here. Jalen's made all 3 of his free throws. Aggies have missed just 1 free throw in the ball game so far, 7 out of 8. And I put the hex on, he missed it. Front end of that one, tied at 35. Get it back now. Here's Adams driving down the middle on Jalen Moore, puts it up and in, right on Jalen.
I think he thinks he can drive Jalen a little bit.
He is doing it. He's got 9. He only had 6 up in Laramie against the Aggies, and he averages 6.5. 37-35. So Lewis Adams really going. Now remember, it was Akagorski who hurt the Aggies earlier in the game in Laramie, and he is not playing the last couple of games after he got hurt. Quinn Taylor drives down, lobs for Jalen, but he ran over the man for a charge.
That was a bad play all the way around. The point guard charged. The ball didn't even get to him and hit the corner of the board, so there was no play, really.
So that's the 14th foul on the Aggies. Quinn Taylor threw the ball off.
Few bad decisions right here, right now.
A couple people in the crowd thought maybe Herndon might have been inside the line there, but still, Wyoming by 2. 37-35 first half of a lot of offense. Great shooting.
Yes.
And over on the left, Lieberman has it outside the arc. Now Dalton out front. He'll fire it out. Air ball 3 that goes out of bounds. Never got enough on that one as he checks in. And
he seems to be a little anxious to shoot the 3 and rather than use some size and get inside.
And he can post you. He can go
inside.
Yeah, he
can.
A great rebounder on the defensive end. One of the best in the country. Under 4 minutes. Front court, Wyoming by a deuce. Merrill over on the left-hand side to Julian Perry. Now from the wing to Jalen, gets it back to Perry who penetrates. Now it's Dargentine who drives down and it'll be a charge. Staying up right in front. Herndon's taken 2 straight charges.
He was there forever.
He was.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Be careful now.
3:46 to play in the first half, and the Cowboys have a 2-point lead in the Spectrum. 37 Wyoming, 35 Aggies. And this is the Utah State Aggie Basketball Network. Remember, their top 2 scorers, James and Dalton, come off the bench.
I noticed that, and we didn't talk a lot about it, but it's a very experienced team for this league. I think.
Well, I mean, James plays as a freshman last year. Dalton plays as a sophomore last year. Adams is new as a junior college guy, but Herndon's played, Naughton's played, McManaman's played, Lieberman's played.
Yep.
Akagorski, if he could play, would play. He's played.
That's the depth they've got from coming back. That's why they started so strong this year.
Even though they lost Josh Adams, and everybody thought they were going to be way down there, after one game, I remember a coach over at Air Force told me after they played them in the first game, he says, I'll bet my mortgage that they're not going to finish like 9th or 10th or wherever they said they were going to be in the standings, and he's right.
He is right.
They lead by 2 here in the Spectrum in Logan. Here's an interception by Sam Merrill, taking it away from Adams on the pass. Sam in the front court. That's only Wyoming's 3rd turnover of the game. Merrill out front. Now Merrill's got to use a timeout as he's trapped and nobody came out to help him. So the Aggies have to use a first half timeout, and we've already taken our coach's timeout, which ended up being a full timeout, so we'll keep it here. We can look at the latest on the stats. 16-8 on the rebounds. Utah State's still leading there.
That's keeping us in the game.
Aggies are starting to drop shooting percentage now, down near 50% now, 12 out of 23. And Wyoming's 14 out of 25. And like you mentioned, going into the break, 4 straight trips with the ball, the Aggies didn't score.
We've gone empty, but they didn't score either, so it stayed at 2 points. But 4 empty trips, not good.
37-35 to score. Wyoming had a 3-point lead early. And then the Aggies had an 8-point lead on that 11-0 run that they had. They got it up to, 21-13, I think was the score before Wyoming got another basket.
I like the fact that we're 9 times at the foul line, which means we're a little more aggressive. I like that.
Only shot 4 against Colorado State.
Yeah, see, that's not enough. That means you're not playing hard enough.
Dargentine to Jalen Moore. Jalen gets it back now to Julian Perry's playing the point, and now McEwen after the break will go to the scorer's table. Here's a tough pass that deflected but picked up by Dargentine with 12 to shoot.
They're doubling out on the guard line.
Now the pass to Perry. Back out front to Merrill with 8 to shoot. Sam Merrill, free throw line to Dargington. Fights, gets the ball, and from behind it's taken away. Oh, they're going to call the foul. Looked like they're going to call it on Lieberman. I thought he had dug the ball out of there from Dargington.
Looked pretty clean from here, didn't it? But that's all right. We'll take that. We need it. That's the foul line again. Let's stay with it.
Now it's Dargington at the line, and again, it's a 1-and-1 coming up here. So now here comes Kelly to replace Lieberman with a second foul. Perry goes out, McEwen back in for Utah State. Basketball also brought to you by West Motor in Preston. Call, click, or visit West Motor for the best deals on trucks, Jeeps, Dodge. They also have, of course, Ford now available at West Motor in Preston, too. They have a Ford dealership. Dargington with 1-and-1. Alex off to this great start tonight for him, and he shoots and makes the free throw. He's got 8 points.
What's his high? He's been a double figure
against Purdue and Boise. He had the 14. Remember, he played well second half against Boise State. Aggies back within 1 at 3:05 first half. Spectrum a little more than half full tonight, probably. Second one in. Dargington ties the ball game, 37 all. It's our 5th tie of the first half. 3 minutes left. Dalton runs it down the sideline. Picked up, and he passes it as he gets picked up in the double team to Kelly. Now Adams with the ball. Showing some athletic moves, and then there's Herndon out front shooting real long for 3, no good. Going up and getting it, McEwen. Kobe dribbles out of traffic. Brings it up to Sam Merrill with a pass, front court. 2:44 first half. Adams digs in against Merrill defensively, give it back now to McEwen. Now Tim Duryea telling him what he wants from the bench. Over on the right it goes to Dargington. Alex gets the ball to Quinn Taylor, top of the key, 15 to shoot. Lob for Moore over the top, gets it, puts it up. Herndon blocked it, but Moore followed it up and in. He tapped it in the air after it was blocked and scored it.
I like to see Jalen in the post. That's good. Get him the foul line or get the easy bucket.
So Moore has 11, and the Aggie lead is 2, 39-37. And then Kelly drives, kicks, three-pointer by Adams with the rope. 3, good. Wow, he's got a game going.
He's got a game going, and they're still hotter on the 3 than they are on the inside. It's amazing.
He started, had no points in 7 minutes against Fresno, and again had 3 points total the last 3, and now has got double figures going in this one. With 12, I think it is. Jalen Moore kicks it cross court to Sam Merrill, who fakes. Wyoming by 1. Grab by Adams, gets away with it. Three-pointer by Dargington, no good. Rebound by Kelly.
What is that? We don't need that.
Kelly brings it down. Yeah, Alex is not really your
he's not a
man.
three-point shooter. What is that about?
He's made, I think, 5 on the year, something like that. All right, McManaman out on the right wing. McManaman drives on Moore, takes it down on Jalen, and scoops and doesn't get it. And McEwen got the rebound as Wyoming still leads by 1, 1.5 minutes first half. Trailer is Dargington. Moore, three-pointer by Merrill on the right. Good. He ripped the basket with that 3 pass from Jalen Moore. Aggies by 2. 42-40. Now Kelly gets away to the free throw line. Finds Herndon, back to Kelly on the right-hand wing. Give him a lot of room there. He's got to make sure he'll make another 3. Posted up, Dalton on Taylor. Goes against Quinn, spins down, spins back to the left. Hangs, doesn't shoot it, goes for 3, and Herndon in the corner, won't go. Jalen boards. Utah State by 2. Under a minute to go first half. Merrill in the front court. Merrill sees an opening. Then they take it away from behind. Nice play from behind by Adams. He gets the return back. He goes against Dargington, and Dargington blocked it away. Picked up by McEwen. Kobe in the front court with 43 seconds left in the first half. 2-point game. Utah State by 2. McEwen out front. Foul on Herndon, and they're finally going to call the foul. They had to call it on Herndon, but they're going to call it on Kelly. It should have been on Herndon.
Yeah, it could have been earlier.
Kelly will get the foul. That'll be his first.
There's been some hammers on both ends. I wonder what's going on.
2 free throws now, the rest of the first half, as Wyoming has committed 10 fouls. And as many players as they play, they can. Now, still the other night against Fresno State, there were 5 foul outs between the 2 teams, right? And 6 other guys finished the 4 overtime game with 4 fouls on both sides. All right, Kobe shoots 2 here. It's the 10th foul. McEwen's high arc free throw, no good. So that stops a run where he's made 9 straight free throws. He only has 2 points in this game, the 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's not one of his better games so far, but he'll get in it.
James into the game for the Cowboys. He replaces Kelly. 37 seconds first half, 2-point lead. Wyoming, if they have the lead at the half this year, has never lost a game. Second one by McEwen, good. Gives the Aggies a 3-point bulge. 37 seconds first half. They trap in the backcourt on Adams. He goes over to Dalton. Dalton can bring the ball up like Coach Duryea said.
Yeah.
Then Adams gets the ball back to Herndon. Herndon's going to run the clock down here a little bit. Pass high post to Dalton. Dalton turns around, goes over on the left-hand side with a shovel back to Adams. 14 to shoot. He spins, he goes back to left, and then he goes to the basket, and he can't make it drop, but he'll get 2 free throws. He's fouled by Kobe McEwen. on that spin move. So McEwen with his second. He's very, very predictable. He goes down, plants right, and spins back left every time.
Yeah.
And McEwen thought he had that one well read, but then they called that foul after they haven't called some of the others at the rim. But Adams, with that explosive spin move, now shoots 2 free throws and makes the free throw. And he is 78% on the year at the foul line, so he's a good one. Wyoming as a team, 73%. They're number 19 in the nation in three-point defense, number 20 in the nation in field goal percentage defense, but offensively they do some great things too. 1 point lead, 16 seconds first half, Utah State with the ball. They can play for the last shot, leading by 1, 43-42. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Come on,
the
6
game's
seconds.
over.
McEwen over to the right. McEwen three-pointer out on the right angle. No good off the side. And the rebound Wyoming, but that's where the half will end. But Utah State leads by 1. So it's 43 Aggies, 42 Wyoming. Not much defense again against the Wyoming Cowboys for the Aggies, but the offense has been there to keep pace. Like up at Laramie, they couldn't because they made 12 threes in the first half. Tonight, Wyoming made 8 in the first half. We'll have the Sportsman's Warehouse halftime show in just a moment. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.